Hello, everyone, and happy Testimony Tuesday. So I know that this one looks a lot different from the ones that you guys have recently saw. This one this one is a little bit gonna be a little bit different. I thought that it would be really important for me to show you guys where God brought me from. And this Testimony Tuesday is going to be a little bit of a tearjerker. At least it was for me. And I think that God has really just placed it on my heart for me to show you guys where I came from. As a lot of you guys know, a lot has transpired in my life. I became a widow. I went through a lot of hard, traumatic situations. And so I thought it would be really nice, since you guys see where I am now and where God has me now, for you guys to kind of see where I was. So I'm going to insert a compilation of just videos of where I was. I used to have a video diary in which I would just kind of share my journey and what I was going through at the time. A lot of the video diary stemming from me trying to leave my abusive relationship that I was in at the time I was married. So that's what the base of the video is going to be. And I was also pregnant with my last at the time. So I'm going to insert the video, and I'm going to insert the videos and just kind of let you guys see where I came from. And I feel like the real testimony in that, if I could be honest, is just seeing how far God brought me and what God has done in my life since then. The videos that I'm gonna insert are from 2022. So I think something that's also really important to mention, because I know it's gonna be a little bit, a lot alarming, really alarming, my appearance and how I looked at that time. So I wanted to give a little bit of context to that. So entering the relationship, I looked like this, like how I look now, and I can insert pictures and videos showing you how I looked. But unfortunately, like I've been trying to explain to people, if you follow me and watch my content, I try to explain to people that abuse and trauma takes a toll on you, and it literally sucks and drains the life out of you, and it essentially is sent to kill you. And with my appearance in the videos that you're gonna see, that is exactly what you're looking at, is literally the life being drained out of me and me literally fighting for my life. And although I was pregnant, I've been pregnant before outside of this marriage. I had a kid when I was 18, and I did not look like that. It was solely from the abuse and trauma that I was facing in my relationship. It literally was sucking the life out of me, and it showed in my appearance. And I know my appearance is going to be really alarming to you guys, but I just wanted to preface it with that. And I hope that at the end of the day, this video will bring awareness to just how serious abuse and trauma and narcissistic abuse is, and how much it can take a toll on someone. And I also want this to bring glory to God's name for where he brought me from. And how you guys see me now was not an easy journey. So I love you guys, and I hope that you enjoy the videos, and I hope that you take away whatever God wants you to take away from it. Okay, so hello. This is gonna serve as my first video diary entry. I literally am just sitting in the parking lot, and I decided to do this. I'm just gonna follow the flow. Today is May 24th, 2022. Yesterday, I made the decision to leave a abusive relationship, a mentally narcissistic abusive relationship. And it was not easy, and it is not easy because it's only been a day. I am currently 9 months pregnant. Yeah, I can't believe it. I am nervous. I am scared. I am faithful. I know that doesn't exist in the same sentence, but I'm just trying to describe all my feelings. I'm emotional. I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I'm disappointed. I'm just two sides of the spectrum right now. I have 3 kids already. This is about to be my 4th. I'm about to embark on a journey that is going to require lots of faith. And I am determined to give my kids a better life. I'm determined to make sure that my kids see a healthy family dynamic, even if that means just me solely by myself. I am Nigerian, and I was raised off of the whole marriage is the top priority. Like, that is the biggest accomplishment that you can, especially as a woman, is be married. Like, you single, no. Single mom, no, none of that. Marriage is the single most highest thing you should attain, and that kind of has been embedded into my DNA and who I am, and also my surroundings and my upbringing. So growing up, I saw a lot of abuse, physical abuse mostly, mental abuse, verbal abuse, being called names, cheap, slut, idiot, goat, dummy. I was always told that I was going to get pregnant young, I'm nothing, just, all that stuff. And I think that really took a toll on me for 2 reasons. So I feel like it took a toll on me, number 1, because my love language, which I didn't even know about until the last couple years, my love language is affirmation. But what a lot of people don't speak about is the opposite of your love language, which is like kind of like your kryptonite, your weakness. So when something feeds you, it can also starve you as well. So like, since affirmation feeds me, like kind words feed me, they also starve me and hurt me when I don't get them, or when somebody is using them in a negative way. And of course I didn't know that growing up. I'm just a kid. But broke me to pieces at an early age. And just imagine being broken from the start. That's like a crazy concept to grasp. Usually people go along life and life starts happening to them, and then they start to deteriorate and their mental starts to take a toll and all that stuff. For me, it was from the jump. Like my whole childhood, abuse, getting beaten up, being called names for no reason. I'm talking about 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. What could I possibly do at that age? So for me, I just always started off, I feel like I always started off in a state of, I started off my life in a state of brokenness, for as long as I can remember. And one of the things that I'm now realizing at 30 is that with you starting off in a state of brokenness, your threshold becomes high for brokenness in yourself and brokenness in other people. And so for me, I developed a habit of dating and being with broken people who would abuse, and just developed a high tolerance for it, because I just kind of subconsciously made up in my mind that this is how men treat women. It's so funny because at a young age, I knew it was wrong, obviously, like it didn't feel good, but it's just kind of was the way of life, the way I was seeing everyone around me, especially being African. The men are like super controlling in my family. I'm not going to call all Africans controlling or anything like that. I'm just speaking from my family. I always just saw the men mistreat women. Like, just to be completely honest with you, the cheating, having kids outside of the family, talking to their wife any kind of way, complete disregard and disrespect. So I always knew, like, it kind of became a norm for me, but I also knew I didn't like it. And I'll never forget, because when I was like 5 years old, I told my mom, I was like, I want to be a single mom. And my mom was like, what? Girl, be quiet. And I was like, I was trying to articulate to her, but I wasn't obviously there yet intellectually to say, I want to like be happy with like kids and have a family, but I don't want the abuse. That's what I was really trying to say to her, but I didn't know how to say that. So instead I was like, I want to be a single mom because I want to have the kids, but I don't want to have the man. I was trying to say I don't want to have the abuse of a man is what I was trying to say. And I feel like that really like defined a lot of things for me in my life. Because it's like from an early age, I knew that like the way that I was seeing men treat women was bad, but I didn't really know how to get away from it. I didn't really know how to change it. I didn't really know how to seek better for myself or anything like that. I just kept attracting the same type of men in different bodies. Men that didn't do anything for me mentally, spiritually, nothing, like just always kind of left me worse off than where I was before I was with them. And then on top of that, I developed a codependency like really bad for relationships, because I was always looking for this like love that I should have been giving to myself, and I didn't even understand that that was possible. I just was always looking for that like love, like I want to feel like love and stuff like that, and I didn't really understand that I could simply just give it to myself and I could simply just get it from God. I didn't really understand that. So I started dating at 13, and I met my son's father at 13, and we were together 7 years, and you know, we ended up having a baby when I was 18, which is my oldest son, and it was just, we were just young and going through life and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just crazy. And then after that it was another relationship, and after that was another relationship. And it's so crazy because I literally am 30 now, and I have never been consistently single since 13. So now we're here, and I decided to finally change the course of my life. I decided to finally do the work. I decided to finally figure out Nina. Who is Nina? What is Nina about? Like, who am I? What is my full potential? Like, what is my calling in this life? What is my purpose? What does God want me to do? I've always just kind of like hidden behind the identity of being a wife or being a fiance or girlfriend or whatever the case may be. And I never really realized that I've totally, in this time, from the age of 13 to 30, I've completely lost myself. I don't even know whether I'm coming or going. I feel like I've developed and I've grown some, but not to the full potential and maximum that God has for me. So here we are. I'm 30 years old. I'm getting ready to have my 4th baby, and I just left a relationship that was full of narcissistic and manipulative and mental abuse. And I am going to take you guys along for the journey. I don't know why I'm doing this. Something just told me. I'm sitting in the parking lot of CarMax right now, getting ready to turn in my car and just kind of figure out what's next for myself. And I'm just going to take you guys along. So this is day 1. Today is May 24th, 2022. And this is going to be my video diary of my life. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it because something told me to do it. It might be God. Yeah, so here we are. Day 1. Hey guys. Alright, so this is day 3, technically. When I give you guys the dates, it's probably not exactly the date. It's just like the day 3 of me recording and talking about my feelings and what's going on. So this is day 3. A few days have passed. A lot has gone on. So right now, as of right now, basically what's going on is I am just trying to secure a place for my kids and get a bigger car and like just, you know, secure everything for them, especially now that I am on my own. So, good news. I got one of those 3 things done, and the second one is pending. So far I got a new car. I went to the dealership the other day, and I'm sorry, my baby's crying. My mom is with her. I'm so out of breath because I'm like 9 months pregnant, but yes. So, and I got me a car that's a little bit more accommodating for 4 kids. It was a little emotional, like kind of bittersweet, I guess. All right. Hi everyone. Day 4 here. Really not day 4, but day 4 of me recording as usual. Today is June 4th. I am having the baby in 4 days. My due date is June 8th. I'm out of breath. Still here. I feel like I have so much to talk about. I think we should start with the good news, right? Let's start with the good news. So good news. For the first time ever, so I started applying for, as you know, I'm about to have my 4th baby, right? So I'm expecting to do this by myself. Right now, I have the Beauty Bar salon, which is awesome, but that requires constant hustling for clients. You know what I mean? And if you are an entrepreneur, you already know that that can be sporadic. You can have a really good month, a bad month, and stuff like that. For me, with 4 kids, I'm just trying my best to secure as much stability as possible. So I decided to try to put my marketing degree to use and apply for marketing jobs. All right, now I graduated from Full Sail in 2020 with a digital marketing degree, and I never used it. I mean, I used it, but I used it for like my business and stuff like that, for Nkechi Beauty and the Beauty Bar, but I've never used it professionally. Ooh, it feels like a contraction is coming. But yeah, I never used it professionally. So right now, where I am, I'm just like on a journey to try to find stability. To be honest with you, in the relationship that I was in, I was already doing it by myself, to be honest, which was one of the biggest issues. I never had help. He would never come home. Like, I'm talking about 14, 15 hours. He wouldn't be home. He would literally come home when they're in the bed. Just me all day with the kids, struggling, trying to figure out things, trying to make things happen. I never really got a chance to like really work at the Beauty Bar because I never had no one to watch the kids. He wasn't really willing to alternate with me or, you know, say, hey, okay, these are your days, I'll stay with the kids, and then these are going to be my days. He always just just plain and simple made it clear that he's the man. Men are not supposed to be at home with the kids, kind of ordeal. It's always like anytime I would get an appointment, I would have to like brace myself and like I had anxiety because I'm like, who's gonna watch the kids? So I never really tried to like really go get clients and stuff like that, especially because I was pregnant, number 1. Number 2, I never had help with my kids. My mom always like would help when she can, but my mom works a full-time job and she's full-time at the church. So yeah. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to secure stability for my kids any way that I can. I plan on still working in the Beauty Bar, but what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find some people to maybe lease it out to while I'm on maternity leave and just see how that works for me so they can take over the rent each week. And then I have, for the first time ever, been applying to high-paying marketing jobs. I've never applied to marketing jobs before. And the other day, which was the 3rd, which was Friday, was my first time ever getting a marketing interview. Kudos to me. Clap, 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 clap. And this one was pretty good. I was looking for something like in the six figures, but this one was pretty good. They were paying 75,000. And so this was my first interview. And the morning of the interview, I'm not even gonna lie, I lost like all hope. Like I just woke up to a nasty text message from him. You already know, like my kid's father. He returned like a payment on my credit card that for something that he spent. And it was just like a lot going on, and I just felt super defeated. I felt like this is frustrating. I don't really have any resources. I just felt like, you know what, this is over. You know, like kind of, I just felt super defeated. I just kind of went and laid down in my mom's room, and I just kind of gave up, to be honest. And then on top of that, I thought I had a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock, and I didn't. It was actually at 12. So it was like everything in the day was just going like super bad. And I couldn't make the 12 o'clock because I had to get ready for the interview. But by the time I had came back from the doctor's appointment, I was the like trying to go to the doctor's appointment, I was so just done. I was like, whatever. And then to top it off, I had to drive all the way to the doctor just to tell them I couldn't make it because they weren't answering the phone. Yeah, so it was frustrating. So I just kind of gave up. And it's just really crazy because I feel like God always uses people. My brother, he came in the room and he was just like, I need more energy from you. And I'm like, I don't have it. Like, I was so done. Like, to be completely honest with you and transparent, like, I was in the room applying for cash assistance. I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm pregnant. I can't work. I don't have resources right now. The job just seemed so far-fetched. Like, I just felt like, what are the chances of me getting it? You know what I mean? And the thing about it is that I have made that type of money before, but not in a professional setting, just doing hair, more so just doing hair or my business and stuff like that. But I feel like because in my relationship, I was always like just being put down so much and belittled, it's like I lost my confidence. And I couldn't even believe that I could attain a $75,000 job. And so I started applying for cash assistance, and my brother came in and he was like, I need more energy from you. And I'm like, I don't have it. And then he was like, what's going on? And I started like telling him what's going on. I'm like, my credit cards are messed up. He returned all the payments on my credit cards. I'm not getting any help with the kids. All this stuff is happening. It's just like I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And my brother was like, no, we're not doing that. He was like, get up. We're going to go do a mock interview right now. And I was like, oh my God. So I just went and dragged my feet and went to we went downstairs. He pulled up the computer, pulled up marketing questions, all that stuff. And I was just like, okay, he started asking me questions and I just like would answer them. And then he was like, how do you think you did? I'm like, whatever. And then he started coaching me on stuff and I started feeling like a little bit more in the spirit and stuff. So like we finished like at, I want to say like 12:45, 1. And then the interview was at 2. So I went and got dressed. I just went and put on like something like on the top, but on the bottom I had like shorts, or like sweatpants or something. And I wore glasses. And I just did like light makeup. On top of that, my eye was swollen. I don't know what it came from. On Sunday I went to church. I don't know if it was from like the eyeliner I used or what. My eye was swollen, which is why I don't have on makeup now either. And so I just was having a woe is me day that day. And my brother was just like hyping me up. He was like, no, we're gonna practice. You're gonna do interview questions, da 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 da. So I was like, okay. So we did it, and as he started doing it, like I started getting into the feeling of everything. I was rusty, you know what I mean? I was like, okay. So he was giving me pointers on everything. So I ended up getting dressed and getting ready for the interview. And how about The interview went amazing. Like, it went amazing. Like, I am so proud of myself. Like, literally everything that my brother was asking me was what the lady asked me on the interview. Like, I cannot make this up. Like, when I tell you, like, my brother over prepared me, it was scary. Everything she asked is what, everything he asked is what she asked me. And it went so smoothly. I felt confident. It was just crazy. And I say all that just to say, like, I'm just so grateful for the small victories. Like, the company that I applied for, I don't really know if I fit in or not. I don't see like any people that look like me at all. And that's okay. But it's like, I'm just proud that I tried. Like, especially like with all the odds against me. I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm having my 4th baby. I'm going through a breakup. I'm trying to recover from an abusive relationship. And it's like, I still picked myself up by the bootstraps, by the grace of God, and by the support of my family to try. And that like really like was just a confidence booster for me. And it's only been 2 weeks. It's only been 2 weeks and I've done so much. Apart from that, I got my car. I got a new car that could accommodate the kids, fit all the car seats that I need. It's scary with that too, because I'm like, the car payments. But I'm just trusting God. I'm having blind faith right now, and it feels so scary. It feels so uncomfortable. It feels so everything. But I'm like, Lord, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you. Ooh, I'm trusting you no matter what. And it's just like, I cannot tell you how crazy just this journey has been in just 2 weeks. God has seen me through so many things, and he's still seeing me through, because it's like I have such a long way ahead of me. Just in 2 weeks. I don't even think it's been 2 weeks. From May 23rd to what? Today is June 4th. And I was able to secure a better car for my kids. I was able to secure an apartment. And now I'm just trying to secure a high-paying job in conjunction with my business, so I can make sure I have super stability for them. And I'm just believing God. That's all I can do right now. I haven't really had a chance to like break down everything. It's a lot. I haven't had a chance to like break down everything like in regards to the specifics of my relationship and everything like that. I've just been trying to make it. And it's so crazy because there was one day in particular, I feel like it was a week ago, my mom and my grandma, we had to like go to the mall and like all these places. And for some reason, out of all days, that was the day that I was feeling it. I was feeling it. I felt like I was at a funeral, like feeling it. Like, it just like really dawned on me. I'm like, wow, this man really left me with 3 kids. And I already have an older one, so 4 really, but I mean with him, 3 kids. And I'm like, this man really left me with 3 kids. Like, to figure it out. And it was like, the reason why I say that is because when I decided to leave on the 23rd, I sent him a message, and his response was just like, whatever, I don't care. And through the duration of our relationship, we always shared location, which is how I know he really doesn't care, because he saw everything that he knew I could see everything that he was doing, at least to my knowledge. This man, the day that I decided to leave, the icing on the cake was pretty much me seeing him at the strip club while I'm 9 months pregnant, after a whole 15-hour day of taking care of kids. And it wasn't just the strip club. He had already went to 3 clubs before that. And then after that, he went back to an apartment. This man came home This man came home when I was already praying with my son, getting ready to put him on the bus to go to school the next day. And it was like, that was my breaking point. That was the point that I was like, okay, this man doesn't care about you, Nina. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you have to understand that this is not love. And just so you kind of understand, this is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third, this is not the fourth, this is not the fifth time that he's done this, not come home and be all over town and all the stuff. This is not the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. And every time I would usually cry and pour my heart out to him, and he would just be like, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. This time I was like, you know what, Nina, hold it together and get your stuff and go. And I was like, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. And it's funny because it's like almost like he loved hurting me. Like when he came home, he was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like he was like, it was almost like he was excited. He was like, are you gonna react? Like kind of thing. And I was just like, oh, it's okay. And he was like, you're not mad? I'm like, no, it's fine. And you could tell he was kind of thrown off. He was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. While he went to sleep, I just called my mom, packed the kids' stuff quietly. I usually when he's intoxicated, he sleeps like deep. So I already knew that. So my mom came in quietly. I just literally cleared the drawers of my kids' stuff and I put them in the bin quietly. And I just gave it to my mom. And then he ended up waking up. I just kept sitting on the couch and acting like nothing happened. He was confused because he's always used to me crying like, oh, you didn't come home. You don't care about me. Oh my God. Like, what kind of marriage? Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Da, da, da. I was just like, you know what, Nina, it's time to just accept it. It's your value. Just because somebody doesn't see you as valuable doesn't mean that you're not valuable. And I feel like that's the epiphany I finally had to have. And yeah, I left. And when I texted him, he didn't care. I watched him for about a week after that on the location, living his best life, going to the same apartment that he was at, going out with his friends, or I don't know who he was going out with, but going out, not coming home at 6 or 7 in the morning, being the same exact person that he was in our marriage, but like now it's just like, yes, nobody at home to check me, perfect. Like every day he was just out, and I was like, wow, so this is really who he wanted to be. It's like a part of me wanted to see like him, like, oh my God, I lost my wife. Like, let me pipe down a little bit. Nope, he turned up. And then after that, like, he just kept texting me stuff like, oh, I'm so appalling. That I always run to my mom's house, you know, stuff like that. And the thing that's so funny is that I'm at my mom's house because he's at my apartment in my name, with my utilities. And I decided not to fight. I decided just to peacefully bow out. So it's funny, but I just decided that, you know what, whatever narrative he decides to paint of me, no matter what he tells other people, it's okay. I know who I am, and I know that I don't deserve abuse. I know that I don't deserve to be treated less than. I don't deserve to beg for love. I don't deserve I don't deserve to beg for decency. I don't deserve to beg for a marriage. I don't deserve to beg for a father for my kids. It's just either something that you want to do or you don't. And yeah, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Now I'm just on this journey to healing. I'm on this journey to rehabilitation. I'm on this journey to self-love and living the life that I know that I deserve. I'm 30 years old. I'm about to be 31 in like a week or two. So I'm just ready to heal. And it's like, no matter what, right now he's texting me all kinds of craziness. And I just keep responding in love. I don't acknowledge the hate. And I just try my best to just cling to God and just continue on this faith walk. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated. I'll be back day 5. All right, hi everyone. I look so weird, but anyways, so what are we on? Day 5, day 4, who knows? Today is the 7th of June, and I'm outside my doctor's office. This is like the second time that I've gotten the date wrong. Like, my mind is so bleh. I had an appointment today I thought was at 9 and it's at 11. And yeah, right now is 9 o'clock, so I'm about to go to Avalon and walk. My due date is the 8th. Today is the 7th. I'm like, wrap this up. I have a whole regimen today on how I'm going to get this baby out. So I went to Starbucks. Oh shoot, sorry guys. Hold on, let me see if I can put you here. Okay, so first and foremost, I went to Starbucks and I got tea. So I heard raspberry tea helps with like going into labor, and pineapple juice and stuff like that. So I drank well, I'm almost done. It's like probably like right here now. I'm gonna drink the whole thing. Then I'm gonna drive to Avalon. And I'm gonna walk until my appointment at 11. Then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna see if my doctor can do my membrane sweep to kind of kick off labor. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go home, walk again, get on my ball, drink more raspberry tea, drink more pineapple juice, and see if we have a baby tonight. My feelings, let's talk about my feelings. I feel okay. I feel good. Last night I watched like just some prayers with Sam Oye. I prayed with Sam Oye. I watched like 2 live streams, prayed, I sewed, and I'm just giving everything to God. That's just kind of where I am right now. I feel okay emotionally. And I'm just like, right now I'm on Operation Stability for my kids, having this baby, getting back to myself, emotional health kind of thing. I am looking for a cognitive therapist right now to start going to. I am so out of breath, by the way. So that's where we are. And yeah, that's where we are. I'll give you guys updates throughout the day, because today or tomorrow is the big day, right? So we'll see. All right, bye guys. All right, hey y'all, this is day 5 or 6, I don't even know. As you can see, I'm at the hospital. This is exactly his due date. It's June 8th. Yeah, I'm in here. I woke up with like just a lot of pelvic pain, so I decided to come in and they admitted me, and they got some Pitocin going. I've never had like a natural progression labor, so here we are. They always have to give me Pitocin to kind of kick things off. As far as everything with my situation, I told the doctors that I would not like him to be in the room just for peace sake. and they noted that. And I also let him know that I would just like to kind of give birth to the baby in peace. He hasn't let me have any peace, like, at all this whole pregnancy. So I'm like, I need to at least give birth in peace. He hasn't allowed me to do that. So I told him that, and he still decided to show up today. I guess he was looking at my location or whatever, and the security had to escort him out. So we're here, just trying to have a healthy baby. That's my only focus right now. And he also texted me, like I said, the baby's name is gonna be Gesikimi. God bless you. Like, just crazy. It's just crazy how, like, there's no kind of, like, accountability. There's no kind of, like, anything with him. He's just choosing to continue to manipulate and control. And it's fine. God got it. I'm just here to have a healthy baby. I'll check back in with you guys. All right, bye. All right, hi guys. Sorry, I know I look all discombobulated. I got my breast pumps in. Today is the 11th, June 11th, and my baby is still in the NICU. We just left the NICU now. We've been there all day since about 10 in the morning. Now it's 8:25 at night. My mom is in Target trying to get some stuff for the kids to eat. Yeah, I'm like in a lot of pain right now. I literally just got discharged yesterday, and I haven't gotten any rest. I haven't gotten to sit down or do anything because I have to pump every 2 hours, of course, while he's in there, so I can just get my body acclimated with feeding him, and then also just not like run out of milk, if that makes sense. I'm just going through a lot right now. It's hard. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you guys. It's hard, but I'm not giving up. God gave me these kids for a reason, and I'm in this situation for a reason, and one day I'm gonna look back and be able to smile, and one day I'm gonna be able to be happy and proud of myself. Right now I'm going through all the emotions, all the feels. I think I told you guys already, I had a little conversation via text with my kid's father, my husband, and I let him know that I've lost 15 pounds due to everything that's going on, and I have also endured a lot of stress from the whole pregnancy, just everything that has gone on with being with him and everything I've had to face. And I requested that I would give birth myself because I just didn't want a toxic environment trying to bring in a baby to the world. I didn't want arguments. I didn't want fighting. I didn't want him saying slick comments and saying things to me that would hurt me or just cause a stressful environment. So I requested that, and of course, as I'm sure you know, that came with a great deal of issues. He came to the hospital the day of. It looks like he was watching my location, and he came to the hospital, and they turned him away, which I know that was a big ego thing for him, because he's super big on control, and I'm sure in that moment he didn't feel like he was in control. So when they turned him away, he literally texted me, like I said, his name will be XYZ, his middle name, the name that I put as his middle name, which he wanted as his first name. Not, oh, I hope you have a good delivery, I know we have our differences. Not, oh, I hope the baby's healthy. Nothing. He said, like I said, the baby's name will be XYZ. And it's just like, every time, like, I want to, like, second guess myself on everything, like, kind of feel bad, or like, oh, maybe you're overreacting, or maybe you weren't in an abusive relationship or whatever, it's like God won't allow me to. It's like God keeps reminding me, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And it's like, it's so hurtful because it's like, sometimes I get so frustrated because I'm like, you hear so many things like, oh, you get what you put out, if you're a good person, karma, da 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 da. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, guys. Like, I know that I'm a good person. Like, I know that I'm a good person. I may not be a perfect person, but I'm a good person. I have good intentions, great intentions actually, pure heart. I love people. I give of my time, of my resources, everything. I try to be salt and light to the world, like God called us to be. I pour into people's lives. I do everything that I feel like I can do as a human being to be a good person. So it's like hard for me because I'm like, why am I dealing with this? Like, was I like a bad person in my afterlife or something? I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I got cut off because my mom was coming in the car. But where was I? Yeah, it's just like, it's just hard because I just feel like I don't feel entitled to have good things or have good experiences because I'm a good person. But it's like, I'm like, what do I do to anyone to deserve this kind of thing? And it's like, today my baby's in the NICU, and so as you already know, I didn't want him there for the delivery, but that was just for me to have peace of mind delivering, if that makes sense. When you're in a verbally abusive, narcissistic abusive relationship, it's like they tear you down with their words, and it's like people don't understand that that's worse than physical abuse. I don't want to say it's worse. First of all, no, Nina, I'm sorry. You don't compare. I'm not trying to compare and demote anyone's level of pain. I'm sorry. I don't want to say that. But what I want to say is it is just as impactful to emotionally abuse and mentally abuse someone as it is to physically abuse them. And a lot of people don't really understand that. And it's like, I didn't want to go through that giving birth to bringing life into this world, if that makes sense. And it just hurts. It hurts. The whole situation hurts. Like, sometimes it's like hard to accept that this is my reality. I'm like, why is this my reality? Why should this be anyone's reality? It's like, especially when your intentions are pure. And it's like, I feel like my intentions were pure in this relationship, and it hurts. That's just all it is. It's like, today I had to go get my breast pump because I had like engorgement because the baby, I'm not able to hold him, I'm not able to breastfeed him or anything. So my chest was like filling up, and the pump that I bought, which is the one I have on now, it doesn't really like take a lot. And so I had no choice but to go back home and get it. And this man was just at home watching TV. And like, when he opened the door, he gave me the dirtiest look ever. And it was just hurtful. I'm like, wow, like, you don't even think like, dang, my baby's in the ICU, you know, or dang, my other two kids, let me take them while she figures it out, you know. He just literally is watching TV and on the phone, and it's hurtful. And it's just, I know that this too shall pass, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it hurts. And now I'm getting ready to go home and take care of my kids and pump all night for food for the baby and return to the NICU tomorrow without any healing, without any rest, without me getting a chance to recuperate and heal my body. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm trying my hardest not to cry, but it's just hard. And yeah, it's really hard, guys. I wish I had some, like, I'm sorry, I know I look a mess. I wish I had some like amazing superhero story, but I don't. I really don't. Yeah, just taking it one day at a time. It hurts so bad, but I'm trying my best to do what's best for my kids. I want my kids to see healthy. I want my kids to see happy. And I know that I can create that for them And I can't control other people and what they do, but I can control what I do. And I know that I can do that. And I'm just here following whatever God tells me to do. On a good note, I guess I could share some good news. Yesterday they were like kind of giving me a hard time with the birth certificate because they said the father has to sign it, which ooh, Jesus, that's gonna be an ordeal. And I like kind of got worked up about it and sad, and God just showed up. God showed up. The lady like was like, well, you're gonna have to call tomorrow, it's gonna be this and that. And me and my mom were like, oh my God, this is gonna be such a mess. Like, the father like is just not cooperating, da 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 da. And it's like God just worked it out. This morning the Vital Records people called and they were like, hey, so what's the deal? Are you married to your kid's father? I was like, yes, I am. She was like, okay. She's like, we're gonna go ahead and process it. And when I tell you, I just had the biggest sigh of relief. I'm like, God, you are literally amazing. You pay attention to detail. And I'm just so grateful. Like, and I know that that may sound little to you guys, but I don't think you guys know the magnitude of how bad my marriage is and was. And for me to have to depend on him to do something like that is a very big deal, because he's going to do the most. Try to change the baby name, try to change the address in which it's coming to. And I don't even know if I told you guys about this previously, but he literally stole, like took, and it won't give it back, mine and my kids' birth certificates and socials. So that's why I'm like scared for him to do anything in regards to this one. And even if you guys are like, oh, okay, well, it's his kids, okay, that's cool. Yes, that's true, you could take your kids, but what about my son, my 11-year-old son, and what about me? Why are you taking my social and birth certificate? Why are you taking my son's social and birth certificate and he has a whole dad? You know, it's just malicious and it's mean and it's petty, but it's okay. Sometimes it's hard because people always tell you like, oh, don't worry, God is gonna do it, God is gonna seek vengeance for you. And sometimes it's like it's like you want to like see it now. You're like, it's not that I want to see him bad, I just want to see justice. You know, it's like I've been in a tumultuous, abusive, painful relationship for the last 4 years, and it just seems like he's coasting through life while I'm hurting so bad. It's hard, man. It's so hard. And you know, it's just hard, but I'm gonna keep going and keep updating and keep doing these diaries and making it happen. So yes. Hello. All right, so I just wanted to talk about this realization that I had within myself, especially just over the past few weeks and what has transpired. I realized that like I kind of see my situation kind of like someone who's recovering from like drug abuse or like substance abuse or something like that, because it's like so crazy to me that even though like at this point in my situation, I know that I was in an abusive relationship, I know that I was in a mentally, emotionally abusive relationship, I still have the strong urge to like want to go back. And I just kind of equate it to like how someone is kind of like a drug addict. They know that the thing that they're using is not good for them, but it's like you still crave that thing. And I feel like that's what's happening with me right now. I know that my relationship was not good. I know that it was toxic. I know that it was abusive. I know that it was harming me and harming my children in a roundabout way, obviously, because if I'm not good, they're not good, and they're not getting what they need. But yet it's like I have this strong urge to want to be a family and have my husband and him be a father and be with the father of my kids. And it's like so crazy because it's like I learned that like with narcissistic abuse, it literally changes the chemistry of your brain. Like literally, it changes your chemistry of your brain. It alters your sensors of like when you're in danger or not. And I truly do know that to be true because that's what I'm experiencing. It's like it's kind of like an outer body experience. Like it's like my real self knows that like everything about my relationship is wrong, but myself like can't shake the feeling of like wanting to be with him and wanting my family and wanting my husband, even though I know that it's literally terrible. The other day, I think I already said it in like a previous journal entry, but I decided to have the baby on my own, just for my safety, my mental health, to have the baby on my own. I just didn't want an environment where there was arguing, and just like fighting and just, I didn't want that. So I decided to have the baby by myself, and apparently he looked at my location and came to the hospital, and I told them that I didn't want him there, so they told him that he couldn't come in. And that, of course, that's the straw that broke the camel's back for him. And then on top of that, my baby ended up being in ICU for 8 days. I sent him updates. He never came, never texted back, never replied, nothing. And even when they told him to leave the hospital on the day of the 8th, June 8th, he literally didn't even text or like nothing. He was just like I said, the baby's name is gonna be so and so. So it's like even knowing all this is like I still crave our relationship, and I still want to be with him and have our kids together and everything like that. And it's like it's so hard. And it's like I try to be transparent with my kids, my 11-year-old at least. And yesterday he was like, I told him, I was like, I definitely miss daddy. And he was like, me too, how do you think I feel? And it's like most people wouldn't talk to their kid like that, but it's like I feel like it's so important for me to be transparent, because I just want my son to know that I'm human, and I have to make hard decisions too. Like even decisions that I don't necessarily want to make, but I know I have to for the betterment of their life and for myself. So I try to be transparent with him, even though he's young, and I feel like it's healthy because it's like it's helping him too to know that I'm human, and he misses him too. And it's so crazy because even with that, like my husband told me a couple days ago that he hates me. This is after I sent him a text message and just told him like how I felt. I was like, I knew that you never loved me, and it's like it all makes sense now. Like you never loved me. I was just like a meal ticket. You were just using me. And it's like a part of me wanted him to like combat it and be like, no, that's not true, I love you, da da da. And it's like he instead told me, yeah, like I hate you, like I hate you, you took everything from me. He said that I ruined his experience in fatherhood, and the reason for that is because of the baby name. The whole gist of the baby name is that he wanted to name the baby an African first name and a Catholic middle name. And then I had a name that I wanted to at least incorporate. It didn't have to be the first name. I just wanted to at least incorporate it. And he gave me so much pushback about it. I had to text him, write paragraphs, everything just to get him to like talk about baby names. And then when we broke up, when I decided to separate from him on the 23rd, on May 31st is when he finally sent a name. And it was 8 days, like 9 days before having the baby. At that point, I was just like, okay, I'm going to name the baby Ethan, because I haven't heard from him. He doesn't communicate, da 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 da. And also, with the names that he was coming up with when we finally would talk, one was a hint to name the baby a junior. For me, that is super traumatic. Like, to name the baby a junior of someone that represents so much pain in my life and hurt is like traumatic to me. So I rebutted that, and I told him, I said, all I'm looking for is just a little bit more of a pronounceable name, a name that will work, in the US, because a 14-letter name is just not fair to me, in my opinion, in the US. I just don't think a kid should have to go through that. So he wanted to name the baby a junior, which his name is 14 letters long. I rebutted that, and then I told him that he can definitely, I'm not looking to name the baby the first name. I just want to somewhere in the name have Ethan. And at first he told me no. And then the message that he sent on the 31st, he said that I could have the third name. So he wanted to name the baby the first name, the second name, and then I guess the third name. And it's like the whole situation for me is just so crazy because we have 3 kids, and every single time I'm pregnant is pure hell. Pure hell. Like literally every day I thank God that I have healthy kids, because I don't know how I did. I literally don't know how I had healthy kids. The level of stress, the level of depression, the level of sadness that I felt each pregnancy, I cannot believe that I had healthy kids. The first with our daughter, he told me when I broke up with him because he was cheating as usual, coming home at 6 o'clock in the morning as usual, treating me like crap as usual. I decided to leave. He told me that he wants a DNA test for the baby because there's no way that I'm not cheating. So I was like, you know what? Since this girl is not yours, don't worry about it. I will be in full control of naming her. And even then, like, we kind of reconciled towards the end when she was being born, and he literally came up with a name in the hospital and decided to name her a middle name, which was fine. But with our older son, same thing. It was a fight after fight after fight. Control. Same thing with this one. And it's just like, no one deserves this. Like, I'm all for collaborating. Like, why can't we compromise? Like, that's just the thing. Like, for me, it's like, why can't we make it so both of us are happy? Why can't we chase happiness for each other? Like, how can I make my wife happy today? And then mine is, how can I make my husband happy today? If we both have that stance, it's like we will never lack. But it's like in our relationship, it just seems like he was always looking for power, looking to control, looking to have the upper hand, looking to be on top. And it's like, it was so draining. It was so draining to the point where, like, literally I felt like I had no way out, to the point where I was contemplating leaving this earth. Like, literally, that's how bad it was. Like, every single turn was just conflict. Like, everything. Like, this man would literally get in a car accident in my car and not even say a word, not even an apology, not even a sorry, not even a my bad. It's like, oh, I pay for it anyway, so what's the problem? And it's like, wow. No respect for me, no kind of like regard for me, nothing. Like, I'm just a slave at home that takes care of your kids. This man will leave me at home for 15, 16 hours, 13, 14 hours a day, by myself, taking care of 3 kids while pregnant, struggling, no money to make anything happen. I can't go work at my beauty bar because he's the man and he got to bring in the income, and what I'm doing is just a hobby. And it's like just torture. And then when he would come home, it's scolding time. Like, all the things that I didn't do right, all the things that Makai didn't do right. Just no kind of love, no kind of compassion, no kind of empathy, nothing. And it's like, I just came to the realization today, I'm like, especially with all the things I was feeling, because when he sent me the text message saying that he hates me and I ruined fatherhood for him and all that stuff, I felt so guilty. I'm like, Nina, did you really do that to someone? Like, that I never in this life, like, ever want to be the reason why somebody feels hurt, pain, sadness, trauma, nothing like that. And it's like, I feel like now, of course, I know that like that was just a play on my emotions and manipulation, but the person that I am can't take that, you know what I mean? And it's like, I finally realized, I'm like, Nina, you are addicted to pain and you're addicted to abuse. Because how can you see and hear and live the life that you lived with this man for 4 years and still say, I miss him, I love him, I want to be with him? Like, how can you do that? That's an injustice to yourself. And it's like, I'm so used to betraying myself for other people that it literally feels wrong now to stand up for myself. It literally feels wrong to say no to someone else and yes to me. It literally feels wrong. And I'm just realizing a lot. Like, I have a lot of healing to do. I have a lot of therapy to take. I start cognitive therapy next week, and I'm just so excited because I'm ready to just be new. I need a new mind. I need a new thought process. I need to be new. I have put myself through so much stuff. I have accepted so much stuff that is like, I don't even know how to like be healthy, how to enjoy healthy things. Like, it's so sad. And it's like, I don't want it for my kids, and I want to change that. I want to break generational curses. I don't want my daughter and my kids and my sons to ever even know what an abusive relationship is, narcissistic abusive relationship is. And I'm willing to do the work with all the tears in my eyes, all the pain in my heart, do the work to make sure that they never cross this path. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for God opening my eyes. It's very hard. Very hard. Like, I was reading even like a lot of people in abusive relationships go back and for mentally abusive. They go back an average of 7 times. I went back once. This is my 2nd time leaving. And I have to pat myself on the back. I'm trying everything humanly possible to make sure that I don't return to my mess. And I know I'm not going to, but it still doesn't take away the feeling of wanting to. And I'm just being real and transparent. I want my family. I want the father of my kids in their life, and to be with them and to not have to start over. You know what I mean? I miss that. But my relationship was such a painful relationship. It was toxic. It was painful. I don't think there was one day that I didn't cry. But it's like, I'm so used to it. It's like living in an atmosphere of boiling water your whole life, and then somebody comes and is like, hey, that water's too hot. You got to turn it down. And you're like, what? Like, it's almost like a culture shock for you. It's almost like